math. And we're also going to revisit a little bit of what we did yesterday. To just review. All right, so what does equivalent mean? Equivalent fractions. It's a fancy name for what? Equivalent. It means equal. All right? So if you look on page 199 on the little upper box, it says to make equivalent or equal fractions with larger terms, multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same factor. So, do you remember how we have been doing sequencing? We either sequence by plus 2 or plus 3 or plus 4. That is exactly what they're saying. So if you are multiplying 1/2, you will see equals 2/4. How do we get 2/4? You're multiplying. You're multiplying 1 times what? Multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the same factor. So 1 times 1 is what? Equals?
1.
2 times 2 equals?
4.
So then 1 times 2 equals?
2.
2 times 2 equals? 4. All right, so now that is basically, they're saying, so that is basically your sequencing, friends. So the denominator is the denominator, the bottom or the top of your fraction. Gabe? Yes. So you're sequencing the bottom by 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. What would come after 4? What would the sequence be if you're adding 2 or multiplying by 2? What would the next one be? Christian?
4 times 2.
Is what?
8.
Then what would come next?
8 times 2.
Would be?
16.
Very good. So you see that? He's sequencing. All right, so let us move down to 1. Color 1/2 of the first circle blue. Who has crayons or colored pencils or markers? Okay, if you have them, I'm trying to think if you don't, it doesn't really matter, just use your pencil. But if you have a blue, it doesn't, if you don't have blue, don't worry about it, just use your pencil. It isn't that pertinent, friends. You can just use, it's fun if you have it. If you don't, just use your pencil. Friends, if you don't have blue, just use a pencil. It's not going to change this problem. So it says A, circle 1/2 of the first circle. So the first circle, Sam, are you paying attention? I wonder if I should put this up on the, I should probably put this up on the screen. Would that be helpful? It's going to be good movie watching weather.
I hope it rains so we can get more covered in Duffy. Oh no, that is very good. The pie war.
All right. There we go. Now, here we go. Bear with me. Ooh, I'm almost there. To guess where these are at. 97, 97. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Did it turn on? Yes.
I see the can.
No, it's weird.
Oh, it's showing up. Yeah.
Is it?
No,
Okay.
no, it's not.
Okay.
Oh,
It's coming.
I can.
It's coming.
I cannot. I see it. I see it. Oh, I can see it. I see a little
All right.
spot on it.
Now, if we are going to fill in 1/2 of this circle, what would that look like? Are you going to color in the whole thing?
No.
Am I going to color? What am I going to color in, Wensheen? 1/2 of it. So it's already divided nicely in half. So you would color either this half or this half. So, and 2/3 of the second circle. So, how many sections do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is going to be the numerator or the denominator? The denominator. Remember, the denominator is all the sections. So the denominator is going to be 4. So you want to color 2/4. So how many of these pieces are you going to color in to show 2/4? Jeremiah? 2. Yes. You can pick whichever 2 you want. It doesn't matter. So tell me, when you fill in that, and if you took away this line, would it look exactly like the first one?
Yes.
Uh-huh. It would. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think you guys can see anything. I'm going to move back. Woo-hoo. Sorry. I'm just trying to get you to be able to see it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I think you can see it already. All right, now color the first rhombus. I love that word, rhombus. Yellow. I'll just use the same. It doesn't matter. If you want to do yellow, that's fine. If you just want to use the same color, or if you want to use your pencil, that's fine. It doesn't matter. So, color 1/3 of the first rhombus yellow. So how many sections do we have? 1,
2, 3.
So what is the denominator going to be in this fraction? 3. So it's asking you to color 1/3. So how many parts of this rhombus are you going to color in to show 1/3? Helen?
1.
Yes. That is correct. Getting a coloring lesson today. All right, and 2/6 of the second rhombus yellow. So, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is the denominator going to be, friends? Jeremiah? 6. And you need to color in 2/6. So how many of these parts or pieces are you going to color in to show 2/6 of a fraction? Oh. Christian? 2. So does 1/3 equal 2/6? Yeah. Because 3 is double of, or 6 is a double of 3. And so when you color that 2 in, you're multiplying 2 by that to get 3. So 2 times, what is 2 times 3, friends? What is 2 times 3? 6. So 2/6. So color, again, you can color whatever color you want. It doesn't matter. I think they're just making this much more complicated. Color
red.
1/4 of the first parallelogram. So here's the first parallelogram, red. So how many parts do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the denominator of this fraction going to be? 4. Here's supposed to do 1/4. So how many pieces are you going to color in? How many fractions? How many are you going to color in, friends? Helen? 1. And 2/8 of the second parallelogram. So let's count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is the denominator going to be? 8. And it says 2/8. So how many pieces are, or how many are you going to color in? 2. Are 1/4 and 2/8 the same size? Yes. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. See that? 1 times 2. So if I times 2 is 2. If I put 2 here, it's 8. So the whole, yeah, so let me get this. So clear as mud or clear as water?
Clear as water.
Beautiful. All right, so remember the concept of sequencing. So you see the denominators are all sequenced. What is the sequence of the denominators on these fractions? If you were to sequence them, what is the sequence that is occurring? Look on page, or 2, on 2. Look at the denominators. How are they sequenced? Cole? Yes. 2. What is 2 times 2? 4. What is 4 times 2?
8. Yeah, it's 8.
Yeah, well, this is
6. 12. 8. Wait, I think
it's adding, not multiplying. So 2 plus 2. 4. 4 plus 4. 4 plus 2. 6. 6 plus 2. 8 plus 2.
10.
So what you are going to do, write the correct numerator for these. Color the circles to show the equivalent fractions. So this is 1. What would the next one be? One plus 1 is what? 1 plus 2 is? 1 plus 2 is? 3 plus 1 is? 4 plus 1 is? All right, so there you have it. And then you color in accordingly. Everyone done with their coloring session? Not yet. I bet you didn't realize you were going to color today for math.
Woohoo! We're in art class and
Art/math.
yes, that'd be fun.
That would be fun. Would it really though? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, I like the butterfly. We're going to start seeing them again soon, I think. Which I'm very excited about. I love, love, love butterflies.
What do you think those flowers are called?
Ooh, I don't know, but they're very pretty.
I don't know.
Pretty pink flowers. with yellow dots. That is called Imperial Butterfly House. Whatever, I don't know what that is. See it on there? Imperial Butterfly House.
But the butterfly smile is very cute.
Yes.
I've already seen butterflies.
You've seen butterflies?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
I haven't.
I not. All right, let's move on, friends. I would love to talk about butterflies, but that is not math, unless we're counting wings or something. All right, multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same factor to make equal fractions. So, what is 1 times 3?
3.
What is 2 times 3?
6.
So you see you're multiplying them by 3, both of them. What is 3 times 2?
6.
What is 5 times 2?
10.
All right. So you see that in order for it to be an equal fraction, you have to multiply them by the same number. Because if this was, let's say, 2 and this was 4, it would not, or 3 and 4, it wouldn't be equal. So you have to multiply them by the same number. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So what is 3 times 4? 12. What is 7 times 4?
28.
Very good. What is 2 times 2?
4.
What is 8 times 2?
16.
Very good. 200. Woo-hoo! You guys get very excited over the little things in life. I love it. All right, we are going to do some word problems. Go way up there. How many eggs did Chloe's hens produce if they laid 4 dozen eggs this week? How many eggs would be in a dozen?
12.
Very good. So what do you have to do in order to find out 4 dozen? Olivia.
12 times 4.
Yes. Very good. 12 times 4. Or 4 times 12. Whatever you want to say. Because you can intermix the numbers in multiplication.
And division.
But division you cannot, and subtraction you cannot, right? So what is the answer? So we wrote 12 times 4 in our workspace. Under our story problem, what do we need to include in the answer? James?
Eggs.
Yes. How many eggs are there? Yeah, that's a lot of eggs.
Yeah.
That's a lot of eggs.
I take some eggs.
All right.
Yeah.
Me too. If the hens produce 4 dozen eggs each week for 6 weeks, so we know how many eggs are in 4 dozen, friends?
48.
All right. How many dozen eggs would that be? How are we going to find that answer out? If the hens produce 4 dozen eggs each week for 6 weeks, what is our word problem going to be? Careful. Winsheen.
4 times 6.
Yes. 4 times 6. So what do we have to put? That's our workspace. 4 times 6 equals. What do we have to put into our answer for our story problem? Winsheen. Yes. Or dozen is fine. So how many are we going to have? How many dozen? Tessa.
24.
Very good. 24.
That's a lot, and I'll take some.
Yes, that's a lot of eggs. That's a lot of delicious eggs.
I like my eggs. And scrambled eggs for days.
Yes.
I'd have a burrito.
Ooh, like a breakfast burrito? Ooh, that sounds really good, actually. I love breakfast burritos. Some salsa and cheese. All right, good job, friends.
Wait, it's done already?
Well, we're gonna work on the board. Yes, Tessa. Friends, I don't know why we're talking. We're not done. If you want to work on the board, have your markers ready. Tessa, what were you going to say?
My grandma has chickens and she feeds the tots.
Oh yeah, they will eat anything. My sister-in-law has chickens and they will eat anything. They're very good eaters.
Why can't we have chickens for a class pet? Because we're all obsessed with chickens.
That would be very interesting to have a chicken as a class pet. That's true, they would love it.
My friend who has chickens feeds them chicken.
I was going to say that my sister-in-law, I'm like, ew, she does too. That's just not right. All right. Yes, Cole.
My friend has chickens.
Yes, my chickens are very fascinating creatures.
I think we look
All right, so friends, let's see, we are on page 200. So,
Don't know why we're making a celebration, but
I don't know, it's the little things in life, It's the little things in life. All right, are we ready?
no. These are confusing.
Yep, that's why the more we do it, the less confusing they will be. So we are subtracting. All right, so we know because this says pints, we're looking for pints, so we bring this down. Where is remember what you put the square or the box around? The same measurement or the different measurement? Need to put this over here. Jeremiah. Where will I put what am I going to box? Am I going to box this side or am I going to box this side? Why?
Because those measurements are different.
Very good. They are different. Quart and pint. All right. So, is a quart larger or smaller than a pint? Christian.
Larger.
So what are we talking multiplication or are we talking division? Very good. We are talking about multiplication. So we know that. So remember, we're focusing this on this. Now we're just trying to figure out this equation. Estimating. We've done this before. So with that said, how many pints are in a quart? When she? Two. So what are we going to multiply? What are we going to multiply? We know we're multiplying. We know we have a 2 involved. What are we going to multiply the 2 with? Tessa? Yes. Beautiful. 7 times 2 equals what, Tessa? 14. All right. So what are we going to do with the 14? M.
We're gonna put it where the pint is.
Beautiful. Yes, we are. So, now, oh, I forgot to write so many parts.
How dare you!
How dare you?
It's like, oh my goodness, what's going on? All right, so we have 14. What are we going to do next? What is my next step? What am I going to do now? Christian.
You're going to subtract 14 minus 3.
Beautiful. We are going to subtract 14 minus 3, which is what, Gabe?
11.
Very good. So then we're going to put 11 You did it. So, kind of getting there? The first thing you need to determine is where the different equations are. Look at this. Look at the very last. It gives you the clue what we're looking at. We're looking at pints, right? That's what we're trying to find. So we know that this is going to not be part of the box. We're going to move pint under quart. And then we deal with the boxed area only. And then we just go and we estimate like we've done in the past with the different measurements. And then we do the final step of either adding or subtracting. All right, let's do another one. You see how everything just keeps adding to it, like multiplication and division, and now all of everything with math, you learn one skill and then you add to it. So that's why it's important to understand each step. All right, what are we talking about here? Addition. Whoa, Nelly. All right, so we are talking 27 feet plus 5 yards equals, so what are we concerned with? What is my first step going to be? Look at this final, we're going to talk about, are we worried about the yards or the feet? What is the final answer going to be in, yards or feet? Gabe? Yards? Yes. So this is what I'm going to do. All right. Of course you are. All right, so what are we going to do next, friends? What is my next step? We are going to find the different measurements, the different ones. Are these different? No. Are these different?
Yes.
So I'm going to put a box around those. And that is what we're going to focus on now, is what is inside the box. All right, feet versus yard. Are we talking large to small or small to large? Large to small or small to large? Correct.
We're punching the air.
Small to large. So we are punching, we're playing punching game, or, oh yes, we're dividing. All right, very good. So what am I going to divide 27 with? What is the magical number? Tessa? Yes. Yep, no, you're right, 9. No, yeah, that's not looking at it. No. So, what is the magical number that I'm dividing 27 by, Tessa?
3.
Yes. And what is 27 divided by 3, Tessa?
9.
Very good. So we have 9 as an answer. What are we going to do with this 9? What are we going to do with the 9, Emmy?
Add 5 to it.
Yes, but what are we going? Where are we going to put this?
In the box.
In the box. Very good. Because everything is about the box.
Yeah, because they're getting nailed.
All right, now what is my next step? Emmy,
Put 5 into 9.
do what?
Add.
There we go. Add. I think it's divide. So now we're focusing on this right here. What is 9 plus 5? Here in my eye. There we go. Emma.
14.
Very good. So our answer is 14.
Yay. Mystery solved.
Mystery solved. All right. It's a lot of steps. But once you kind of get the hang of it, it's kind of fun. It's like putting together a puzzle. You know?
Here's Crystal
That's good. I like clear water. Much better than murky, muddy water. All right. Good job. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Wait, are we done?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, this is what I need you to do. I need you to clear your desk of everything.